Previously on Africa's Business Heroes, our top 10 were challenged to find a real solution to a community problem. They hustled hard and innovated before presenting to a panel of over 60 global judges. Violet won first place and the opportunity to choose her position in the finale's pitching order. She selected 9, and Ikenna, who came second, opted for 3, while third place Tega went for 5. Now it's time for our heroes to pitch their businesses and illustrate their impact. They're all still in it, but by the end, only one will prevail. It's going to be tense. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be inspirational. It is the finale of Africa's Business Heroes. Welcome to the finale of Africa's Business Heroes. Our top 10 have arrived here after years of hard work and dedication. And tonight, they will face their biggest test yet, pitching to 3 illustrious business minds. I'm going to explain how it will all work out in a bit. But before I do, let's get to know the people that they will have to impress, our judges.
As someone who has been in business for about 33 years, for me it's such a joy and a delight to watch the next generation of African entrepreneurs seeking to build businesses that are focused on solving problems that are inherent within the continent. I'm a firm believer in the fact that nobody can solve our problems for us. We've got to be at the heart of driving it.
During the whole entrepreneurial journey, you're going to come across a lot of challenges. You need to approach things with a problem-solving mindset. That's what I wanted to see.
This year's ABH Heroes are an impressive group of people. They are all united in their passion for what they do and their desire to do something great that will impact Africa positively going forward.
I think the entrepreneur has to be persistent, has to have that never break type of attitude.
For me, the biggest win is that the 10 finalists represent opportunity and inspiration for other young Africans.
So as I listen to the pitches and speak to the heroes this year, I'm looking to be inspired. I'd love to believe as I speak to them that I'm looking at one of the next great businessmen or businesswomen from Africa.
Best believe it. This year's heroes are destined for greatness, but right now, all around the world, they're feeling the tension as they prepare to connect virtually with our judges. From London to Lagos, from Nairobi to New York, in Cairo, Dallas, Kampala, and Johannesburg. The stage is being set for a titanic showdown. After months of extensive planning and with over 100 crew members across the globe, all eyes are on this finale. Here, our heroes will begin by delivering a pre-recorded pitch before engaging in a Q&A. The judges then select a top 3 to face more in-depth questions in the roundtable sessions. After this, it's time for the big announcement. Third, second, and first place winners, each taking home a share of the $1.5 million prize. This is the decisive stage in our competition and the biggest stage our heroes have ever been on. They'll need supreme confidence to go all the way. Navalayo has always shown this, and in Nairobi, Kenya, our sports-mad maverick is preparing to prove it.
Yeah, I'm very confident. I know myself, I know my business. Confidence is not a choice. I think the judges will like the pitch, and I'm confident because it's the only one with sports, so it's unique.
Navalayo claims confidence, but is looking a little nervous as she gets a surprise message from a special someone.
My dear daughter Navalayo, I have loved and believed you. I know you're a winner since your business has created employment for many young Kenyans and promoted athletics worldwide. I wish you all the best. God bless you.
That was a message from my dad. I'll probably keep it until the day I die. She has a very strong will, and she does not give up, does not take no for an answer, and is very resilient. I'm very ready. Kenya produces the world's best runners, but does not economically benefit from the performance running industry. This is against a backdrop of high unemployment and high poverty, and we wanted to change that. And that is where ENDA comes in. ENDA is proudly Kenya's and Africa's first performance running footwear brand. Our solution was simple: make running shoes in Kenya, and 2, sponsor young and insanely talented athletes who didn't have the tools and resources to become champions. We want to be known globally as Africa's cultural running shoe brand. Our strategy of getting there is simple. It involves increased investment in marketing and PR. This involves product diversification and increasing the volume of our product. And lastly, new market entries. In terms of social impact, we have created jobs, we have trained and upskilled workers, we have sponsored athletes, and we've invested over $20,000 of our own revenue into community projects. I would like to invite you to this journey of fueling the dreams and ambitions of young African athletes. Thank you.
Hi, Nava. It's a very impressive presentation. I'm very impressed by what you've done so far. Can you talk a little bit about what are the advantages of being back in Kenya?
Before ENDA, nobody considered Kenya as a place where people could manufacture. We have shown the world that it is possible to produce high-quality products in Kenya and Africa. I'll give a short story of a school that we are supporting through a grant, and we went there, and the girl was asking me specific questions. Why are you born in Kenya? Why are you raised in Kenya? Did you go to public school? And I think for me, it stood out that she was like, wait, you mean I can be you? Like, you're not privileged, you've gone through the same system, and I could be you? And for me, that is what ENDA represents, and that's one of the things I'm most proud about.
Thank you.
Navalayo, I liked your courage. I liked the audacity to take on what is clearly a global industry. So for me, you get a lot of thumbs up. Having said that, the continent of Africa is very price sensitive, but you're positioned more as a premium product. I'm concerned about the capacity for you to be able to grow.
In terms of market, right now, 90% of our market is actually in the United States, 10% is in Europe, and the other remaining percentage is in Africa. So right now, even though our shoes, for example, this one retails for $120, it's actually on the lower price point. So we are priced just right for the market that we are targeting. When it comes to Africa, that's actually a really good question, which is why we went to the other side of the supply chain to say, can we produce something that's local and therefore reduce the cost? This shoe is actually, I'd say, a tenth of the cost of the other shoe, and we've been able to do that because we've managed to source locally and therefore reduce cost, so that we remain a global brand but very much rooted in Africa.
Thank you very much.
In the morning, I was feeling a bit anxious, but I think after I saw the message from my dad, it reminded me when we were growing up, when he told you to do something, you better do it, you know? I'm happy with my performance, so let's see if it's good enough to get me there.
We'll have to wait to see if it is. But one thing's for sure, we're off to a flying start. 1 down, 9 coming up. Stay tuned in for more, because after the break, things start to get interesting. Welcome back to Africa's Business Heroes. It's the finale, where our top 10 pitch to our judges from around the world. This is their big chance to make it or break it. And a million miles from home in Dallas, Yvette is ready to go.
This is my business. Any questions about it, I'm ready to answer it.
She's feeling confident and keen to meet the judges.
I feel very positive about all of them, and I know they are eager to help us, advise us, and make us better.
In her pitch, she presents a strong case for how Iriba Water Group is providing safe drinking water to sub-Saharan Africa.
We source and produce all-in-one water ATMs with filtration technologies, water storage tanks, and smart water vending system. We serve 74,500 people with affordable safe drinking water every day.
Her Q&A starts off well.
Thank you for thinking, in terms of trying to solve a key problem.
But then her link goes down.
What is this?
Yvette reconnects and soldiers on, but is a little shaken.
The internet went off, and even if we don't make it to the top 3 or whatever, you get to see that, what I'm doing is something that makes sense.
As Yvette reflects on her performance, Ikenna is doing his own reflecting in New York, where he's visiting for business.
This journey has been 7 months long. Multiple pitches, rounds, going from 12,000 to 50 to 20 to 10 finalists. It's really great to be at this final stage and to find out, are we Africa's business heroes?
I think he's gonna do great. Like, Ikenna always delivers under pressure.
I'm confident that we've done really great work, and if I explain our work really well, then we have a great chance to find ourselves in the top 3. My family is thrilled, so I'm hoping I can do really well to make them proud of me too.
Ikenna, you are a constant source of wisdom and light.
Getch. That's my sister.
Right. I am so proud of you for making it to the top 10 of Africa's business heroes.
By God's grace and empowerment, let's go.
It's really awesome to hear from all 3 of them. Now I'm pumped. I gotta do my best today. Hi, we're Relief, and we're creating rural prosperity with food processing technology. We've started in Nigeria's sustainable oil palm market, where there are 4 million smallholders, comprising 80% market share. To convert palm fruit into vegetable oil, smallholders must deshell the palm nut to get access to the oil in its kernel. Today, this is done with handheld rocks, and that hurts consumer brands. Today, they need twice the amount of vegetable oil than they're receiving, and this creates a $1 billion opportunity. At Relief, our solution is to set up our own factories nearby smallholder farmers. So far, Relief has partnered with over 2,000 farmers, and we buy their nuts directly for cash. And we use Kraken, our technology, to deshell them. Lastly, we sell high-quality vegetable oil to consumer brands. Kraken is patent pending and operational. It's 200 times faster than that rock cracking, and it delivers the best quality. With the grand prize from ABH, we aim to use GIS and data to better locate our next factories and to study other crops. We plan to relief throughout Africa and improve food security. Thank you.
Hi, Ikenna. My question for you seems like a fair amount of investment upfront by you. How do you actually ensure that your economics work?
So our technology, Kraken, costs $150,000 to produce. When it's run at full capacity, it pays itself off in 6 months. We provide cash up front for farmers to harvest and buy more palm fruit, and then they pay us back with the nuts. So we charge them a 5% interest rate, but smallholders are then able to end up with 5 times more of that product to sell. And so it creates a win-win scenario for both parties that are involved.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Can you take a step back, because you've spent a big part of your formative years in the United States. How did this idea come up to get into the oil palm business, and can you talk about that journey?
Right after graduating from school in 2017, I moved to Nigeria, and we knew that we wanted to work in the ag tech space, but we felt that we needed to really immerse ourselves in the local context. And so what we would do is we would find traders who were experienced in commodity value chains, and we'd say, listen, we will finance an entire deal for you. But we had one condition with that as well, and it was that we would get to follow the deal from the beginning to the very end. We were really able to learn more about how agricultural value chains in Nigeria work and develop a thesis on the fact that we need to change the food processing industry to complement the food production industry in Africa.
Thank you.
My desire always is for the best of African minds, no matter where they're educated in the world, to always come back to the continent to use the knowledge to try to solve as many problems as they can.
Thank you. I felt a little nervous at certain points, but it was nice to go third and see what the cadence looked like, but then to also go early, and now I'm done.
Ikenna is done, but has he done enough to convince the judges? We'll find out later, so don't go anywhere, except maybe to social media, where you can follow us across multiple platforms. Welcome back. We've heard about running shoes, running water, and how to run a value chain. It's all happening on Africa's Business Heroes as we cross to South Africa, where Kittipani is representing Botswana.
I really want to get across what I believe is the main thing is us empowering youth. And also, most importantly, that an African child came up with an idea of manufacturing an LED bulb, and there it is right now. It's no longer an idea. I would have loved it to have been a live thing that we do face to face. Anything that has to do with technology just gets me anxious. Anything can happen.
He has a bit of anxiety because he wants to do this. He's ready to do this.
Papi, Jacob, you got this, man. We believe in you. You're going to do this. I know you're going to do this, Papa. I know.
I know my story, but I believe in my journey, and there's nothing about my business that I cannot answer.
Hi everyone, my name is Kittipani Jacob. I'm the founder and CEO of a company named The Bulb World. We manufacture quality and affordable LED lights in Botswana. We started off selling our light bulbs from house to house. No one wanted to retail our lights. Right now, we're selling in over 350 stores. Our revenue streams grow 40%, 50% every year across board. We've never seen a drop in our revenue, but we decided to also give back to our community, which I see myself now having have donated to the COVID Relief Fund and also having an initiative called Lesedi Kimpo, where we offer schools LED lighting because they cannot afford them. Now, the prize money will help me pump money into marketing so that the brand can be known as much as other big name brands. And then plus, again, because our company believes in impact, I've already found a school that needs lighting. So part of the prize money will be going towards the school for ABH also to be a hero in our country. Thank you.
Kittipani, tell us a little bit about how you developed this bulb that could last for 3 hours after the power has been turned off.
Power cuts are the biggest problem that we have across the continent. We decided to say, okay, let's build a bulb and let's fit a lithium battery inside. So this will give you 3 hours of lighting after a power cut. It's moving like nobody's business on the shelf spacing. And actually, it's the actual light that put our brand out there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You know, from everything you've just said, you're an up and running business. So why do you need a grant that is not even more than 300,000?
I'm going to need money for marketing. Now, most funders do not believe in giving someone money for marketing. They'll give you money for machinery. They'll give you money for your raw materials. TV stations, media, and all of those things are all expensive. And if there is no one willing to give me the funding, I'm going to end up having to tap into my revenue, which might cost my company because it was not budgeted for.
But if you have the right market size that you have, then you can take funding from your commercial bank in order to meet that need.
I've tried that avenue. If you go to a commercial bank, they'll need support in terms of saying what tangible security can you give me. Remember when I started this business, I sold my property, I sold everything to pump into this business to make it to work. All my hope is for this business to grow and then I can go back and buy my property back.
Okay, well, good luck.
I believe the top spot is ours, is waiting for us patiently.
That's fighting talk from Kittipani. While in Lagos, Tega receives a very encouraging cheer.
With the message I've received now, I'm hyped, but I'm also tensed in the sense that I need to deliver.
He's approaching his pitch with a sense of clarity.
My strategy for the Q&A today is to be as clear as possible.
He does well in stating his company's purpose.
We believe that access to healthcare should be a fundamental human right.
But the judges have a few questions.
Where's your real focus and how does that affect how you're designing and running the business and your strategy?
Who do you actually sell your solution to?
It might not have been as clear-cut as intended, and Ikenna Tega knows it.
I'm not very confident, to hit the #1 spot, to be honest.
Ikenna Tega is down, but not necessarily out. While over in Egypt, Khadija received some encouraging words from her sister.
On behalf of our family, mom and dad, Sura, Lulu, Bidu, and myself, congratulations, Khadija. We are very proud of you and your success, not only for Khadija Bedwihi, this is for all of us, and this makes us more proud. Good luck today to make it to the top 3.
I'm already going to cry again. I really liked it. First of all, because it was a surprise, but also because she said the name of my brother, who we lost already.
It's all very emotional for Khadija, but she quickly refocuses and gets back to prepping for her pitch.
Being in the top 10 is a pride by itself, is a pride for Egypt, is a pride for myself, and is a pride for Praxi Labs. So everyone around us is proud of us, and we hope to be in the top 3 as well. I'm just looking forward to show what we are really doing.
When people see the map of Africa, they usually think of all the challenges we have, especially in education. Like the fact that our scientific output represents less than 1% of the world share, and that we have the lowest number of students enrolling in STEM, let alone graduating from it. And one of the most challenging aspects in STEM education is lab work. A lot of our countries do not have labs to begin with. And when we have them, there's usually no way to do the same experiment more than once. And finally, the very high cost of lab construction and maintenance, which could reach hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And that's why I founded Praxi Labs. The platform gives students a 3D immersive experience. A lot of studies have found by using virtual labs, students became more proficient and familiar with the lab procedures and surroundings, leading to an increase in their performance by up to 60% and their retention by 80%. And our business model is simple and straightforward. A subscription fee per student per month, and we have different plans according to the different number of experiments. In the next few years, we project substantial growth at gross margins of more than 90%, fueled by funding from more revenues, investment, and grants. And finally, I'm proud of working with an African team where highly educated women comprise more than 55%, and we are all dedicated and committed to making science education accessible to millions of students around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to jump in. Just tell me exactly what is your actual strategy right now, and what is the plan you have for being able to meet your 2021 to 2022 projections?
Partnering with very well-established local entities is very important for us. It's important not to work with only partners like distributors, but to work with, for example, Cambridge and Pearson, who already started talking with us, which are also solving the problem of schools and universities being limited.
Well, I hear you, but who is paying?
Basically, it's B2B, so the university or the school or the ministry is the one that pays us.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Khadija, great to hear your story and congratulations on this innovation.
Thank you so much.
You already targeting a global customer base. There are millions of kids in Africa who really need solutions like this. How are you thinking about that market and bringing this solution to them?
So trying to reach the companies that can actually work with the governments to fund these projects is what we are trying to do now in Africa. For example, last month we've done an MOU with the Ministry of Liberia to give our experiments to all the universities in Liberia. So we know that there is a potential and there is a huge need, but we just wanted to make sure we go there with the right partner.
Okay, thank you.
What about the next phase, putting your content on a virtual reality device?
We actually decided not to go there. We do not want to put blockers. We want to reduce our costs to make sure we can be afforded by as much students as possible.
Okay, thank you.
I hope they liked me. It seemed from their question that they liked the product so much. They liked what we are doing, and I'm looking forward to sit with them on the round table.
With 6 pitches down and 4 to go, the stakes are high as our heroes compete for a seat at the round table. And back in Lagos, Chidi is being very honest with himself.
Rating my confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 7, but 8 is great.
His pitch flies by.
I'm Chidi, and I'm one half of the identical twin brothers that founded Pub this year, a digital platform that helps independent and underserved African writers, musicians, filmmakers, and video game developers to focus on the creating process while we're handling the tedious but important business of transforming their creativity into wealth for them.
And in his Q&A, he reiterates Publiceer's purpose.
And so we are trying to, show them the creative part of Africa,
But he's not always that convincing.
Putting Africa back, on the map where it's.
And in the end, his confidence has taken a dip.
Today, I was confident, but I think my anxiety got in the way of my performance.
While in Kampala, Gurmai receives a touching message.
Congratulations on making it to Africa's top 10 business heroes. We love you so much, Dad, and you're the best.
It really empowered me. Yeah, of course, it made me so emotional.
Fueled by his family's support, he details the effect his company's having in Africa.
I take focus on 3 SDGs: clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, and climate action.
But in the Q&A, he's got some explaining to do.
I'm still trying to grasp exactly what your company does. I'm still a little bit fuzzy on that.
All right, as I have said before, we are an EPC company.
Explain what an EPC company does.
And afterwards, he's in 2 minds.
I believe I did better than every one of them, but if you ask me whether I present it well or not, I don't know.
Gurmai is a little unsure, but as Violet prepares to present from her temporary base in South Africa, she's brimming with confidence.
I am feeling excited, and I can't wait for everything to start. I know she's going to do well. When was this filmed?
Hi, Violet! We, the staff of Gurmai, wish you all the best in the finals. We believe in you and we know you are going to make it.
That was really a surprise. Yeah. They're my people, so it's kind of great to have their support too.
I feel very, very proud. I am ecstatic, actually.
I'm gonna listen to the question, I'm gonna breathe, and then I'm gonna answer. Let's do this.
Hi, my name is Violet, and I eat my skincare. And so should you. A study published in the American Journal of Public Health looked into the skin's absorption rates of chemicals. And guess what they found? What you put on your skin ends up in your body. So whether you eat it or you wear it, it ends up in the same place. So why add preservatives, fragrances, stabilizers to skincare? Do these give to our health or do they take away? Meet Skin Gourmet, raw handmade skincare, sourced from the wilds of Ghana and is so pure you can eat it. That means it's organic, no pesticides and no fertilizers. Sustainably sourced when in season, our raw materials are pre-processed by local communities, farmers and artisans. Traditionally handmade because people mean more to us than machines. Handmade preserves the Ghanaian culture and it creates jobs. We're distributed in over 4 different continents in over 17 different countries. We want to win internationally, but we believe that to win internationally, we must first win locally. Sustainability is the way to go.
Hello.
Hi.
Your energy is amazing. Now, at this point in time, there's been an emergence of quite a number of entrepreneurs in the natural skincare product segment. Tell me exactly what will set you apart. How do you want to build a solid, sustainable global brand?
It's very easy for people to enter this market, but I think what's really tough is the quality control to even compete with the bigger global brands that we know. So we want to invest a lot in quality control. If I could get all the certifications in the world, I totally would. Like, that's what my mind is right now.
Okay, but the people you're calling distributors, are they real distribution pipelines or individuals who just sell for you from their living room or something? Because I'm trying to look at the real sustainability of the business in terms of your model.
Okay, so we do have some that are real distributors, like for example, Urban Outfitters, which is a huge lifestyle brand, but we do go through people. And part of that reason is because we're such a small company, we've not been able to invest as much as we need in, like I was saying, more certifications. But I feel like that is the one barrier that we need to get through in order to have the bigger distributors like you're talking about.
But you're very wed to the idea of hand production. How can maintaining hand production actually help you get to where you want to get to in terms of consistency, certification, and scale?
I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I know that if I ask for help from the right places, I will figure it out.
Violet may seem to be faltering as the Q&A goes on, but true to form, she's not fazed.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm getting ready to go to the round table. I guess I'm nervous about the questions that I'll be asked, but I think I'm on my way to the round table.
Violet is convinced about what lies ahead, while in Nairobi, Charlotte is getting butterflies.
Mrs. Ausika makes me nervous just because she's the judge I'm trying to impress the most, because I feel like my page would speak to her better than the other 2 judges.
Charlotte has been working really, really hard to make it a success. She works so late into the night just to make it happen.
Hi, Mom. Congratulations for reaching the top 10 list of African business heroes. You inspire me my friends, and many other girls in Africa. I wish you all the best. Bye.
Yeah, it made me feel very emotional. That was really beautiful. I'm glad I got that.
My advice to Charlotte, she should just relax and do her best like she's been doing.
I feel confident because I've made it this far. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for the best results since everyone in the top 10 is quite good.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Magai. At 16, I became a teenage mom and I had to drop out of school to figure out a way to fend for myself and my daughter. My very first job was selling charcoal. So my daughter and I kept suffering from respiratory tract infections, and when she turned 2, she suffered a severe burn injury caused by a traditional stove. This sparked my interest in providing better cooking technologies for my community. I founded Mukuru Clean Stoves, a social enterprise that recycles waste metal to manufacture improved cook stoves targeting underserved markets, save on fuel consumption, and reduce household air pollution. In Kenya, over 22,000 deaths are attributed to household air pollution every year. Mukuru Clean Stoves offers a twofold solution. First, we manufacture improved cook stoves using recycled metal, and then we partner with local women business owners to distribute our cook stoves to the very last mile. Compared to international brands, we are 75% cheaper. Compared to NGOs, we are simply more accessible. And compared to open fires, we decrease 90% more toxic smoke. Since 2017, we've sold over 70,000 clean cook stoves. Mukuru Clean Stoves has the potential to impact the lives of over 2.5 million Kenyans. If only we are able to triple our production capacity, we will be able to provide over 100 manufacturing jobs and partner with 1,000 local women business owners. Thank you.
I like your story, the fact that it's from your life experience and what you suffered very early on. And I would be interested in how you think you can scale to other parts of the continent outside of Kenya.
Thank you, Awosika, for that brilliant question. What we want to do is to build factories in those other African regions so we are able to also manufacture their metal, empower these women to be able to produce the stoves and sell the stoves, and ensure that the local youth are the ones benefiting from the work that we do.
All right. Thank you very much.
Is production capacity the major impediment that you face today for scale?
Yes, it is. We can actually reduce the cost of our clean cook stoves if we're able to increase capacity to a certain amount, and the money from ABH would actually enable us to build our second production facility that would be 3 times the size of the production facility that we have right now and impact the lives of over 2.5 million Kenyans living in poverty.
Thank you very much.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs start businesses because they have personally experienced the pain points and problems. And so this is the part that really moves me.
I want to get to the round table just because I feel like I still have a lot more to say, and they would be interested in that. And if I get that chance, I might even make it to the first place.
Charlotte's thinking ahead, while our judges think of only one thing, the round table. And which 3 heroes will make it?
I can tell you who my top 4 are. Enda Athletics, Relief Marketplace, Mukuru Clean Stoves, and Praxi Labs.
I had Enda, Relief, Publicia, and Praxi Labs.
Relief Marketplace, Grict. I like the LED bulb and Publicier.
Joe, you didn't vote for Enda at all.
I'm not sure about the problem they're trying to solve.
If they succeed, they can actually help shape a narrative around world-class products that come out of Africa and that are acceptable on the global market.
That's very powerful. That's very impactful.
Personally, I will vote for Praxi Labs. What I think the money can do, it helps her not to get attracted to just the international money because they can pay more.
I voted for the bulb company because they've invented something that lasts 3 hours without power.
I voted for Mukuru Clean Stoves because their model is based on employability for the women and for young people. It will be one of the areas that allows the ABH to have real impact, you know, and that for me is really what excites me about the possibility.
Welcome back. We heard some very convincing business cases before our judges deliberated and thrashed it out. They've whittled our top 10 down to a top 3. And now, it's time for them to reveal who these are. Ooh.
I would like to say first that I've done this for 3 years, and every year this thing gets better because we see entrepreneurs that continue to come to this competition with so much passion and vision, and a very strong sense of mission. The company that will make it into the final round is Relief Marketplace. And I want to congratulate Ikenna Nzewi.
Really blessed to hear the comments by the judges on our work. We're just going to keep pushing forward. Really excited. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to be here today as a judge and to have had the wonderful opportunity to hear from all of these exceptional African entrepreneurs who have embarked down this path of entrepreneurship to build businesses that will help to shape and change Africa's future. And so I'm pleased to announce that moving on as a finalist to the next stage of this year's competition is Navalayo from Ender Athletic in Kenya.
I think it's such a difficult process to consider 10 amazing entrepreneurs and to try and find only 3. But the reality is there's certain things that are relevant and key to the overall development of our continent. So it does give me great pleasure to announce the next spot goes to Praxi Labs.
Very happy, of course. I was kind of screaming now, so yeah, I'm very happy, very proud.
Congrats to our top 3, Ikenna, Khadija, and Navalayo. They've got past the first hurdle. Now they need to up their game and get ready to face some probing questions. It's time for the round table.
Khadija, tell me about your mobile solution. I don't want the continent that inspired the solution itself to be left behind. And that makes the mobile platform really important because everybody cannot afford to be able to work on the web and have laptops and everything.
So for now, the platform, the whole platform and all our competitors, we only all work on the web. And we found that this is not the case when it comes to Africa and Latin America. They were the huge markets that need it. We actually already in the last stages in the development. Once it's tested in the next 2 to 3 months, we will be able to directly release it for the audience and starting by our current customers.
I think one of your fastest way to be able to sell the solution that you have, especially once you have the mobile solution, is that you're able to sell straight to customers.
We already opened the B2C on our website once the COVID hit, and we are now having, without any marketing, just the organic reach, more than 500 paying customers, but we want to put more marketing to avail it to everyone. So already we have parents and students buying on our platform and using it now.
Okay, fantastic.
And thank you for the advice.
Yeah, I'm surprised, Ikenna, that you're a computer science major. Why didn't you take a job with one of those internet companies?
The journey for me and not choosing to work at a big tech company was really catalyzed by seeing other entrepreneurs, especially from the diaspora, go back to Africa and start up companies that could be really successful.
What do you tell those that are still abroad, that are studying and thinking about their career choices?
We have a phrase in Relief, and it's go see the land. I think sometimes you can really capture the vision of what is possible when you see the land with your own 2 eyes. We have a big population to prepare for. Africa will be 40% of the world's population by the end of the century. And so it's our responsibility to put in place the pieces that are required to make this society thrive. At the end of the day, we are building a continent's food system. It's not easy work, but if you look at any prosperous nation, that was step 1 along their path to prosperity.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
What's the diversity within your business?
Right now, we are about, I'd say, 65% women. One of the things that was very key to me, being a woman and being in many places in manufacturing where women were not represented, was I basically asked, where are the women? Even in the places I've been, less than 1% are women. And one of the things that was amazing was that when you asked for women workers, they were provided, they were given the opportunity because we had the buying power to basically say, we want more women in the supply chain. And what we learned is that when we asked, the women were given the opportunity because when you ask for it, it happens.
I want every girl that has the capacity and the possibility to deliver value to be given the opportunity to, and she must compete for it effectively. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our top 3 have made very strong cases. Now the judges need to make a very big decision.
I think Ikenna is just all around a very impressive leader. I'm just really impressed by the end-to-end impact that his business can make.
I looked at Khadija's work, and for me, it was multidimensional.
Nava's story, very inspiring one and a transformative one.
I think the number 1 and number 2 are a close one because they're both incredible individuals with just such a clear sense of the mission and a clear mind and approach. I think it's 50-50, but we can't be 50-50. We have to be 51-49. So am I the tiebreaker?
Oh, what just happened?
Never you make it to me, Joe.
Our top 3 have beaten 7 others to get this far, but only one will take the crown. It's been an exhilarating competition, and now we're about to take it up a notch because it's time for the big announcement.
I'm so pleased to announce the 3rd place winner of this year's Africa Business Heroes competition is Navalayo. Congratulations to you and to your entire team for the business that you've built, and we look forward to following your story and seeing the new heights that you're going to scale. Congratulations.
Only Ikenna and Khadija remain. Who will prevail?
The 2nd place goes to Ikenna, representing Relief Marketplace, Nigeria. Now, Ikenna, I want you to know that being 2nd place here is just amazing. Congratulations to you.
I would like to announce the 1st place winner is Praxi Labs. Khadija, we've seen her being so articulate about her business and her vision. It is the breadth of this potential scale that has really impressed the judging panel. Congratulations.
And making Khadija's victory even sweeter is her biggest fan.
Go, Mommy, go, Praxi
We've been working so hard to get here, and I'm so thankful for the judges and for Africa Business Heroes for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, and Africa will rise. We are sure of that by having all these amazing heroes. Thank you.
I am thrilled to win 2nd place in this competition. This is a Pan-African competition, and our little company won 2nd place.
A huge, huge, huge thank you to Africa Business Heroes for the opportunity, for the platform, for the suspense and exhilaration.
The pressure that came from that encourages you to kind of want to work harder and see what kind of innovative models you can come up with.
We have learned a lot. It was quite an experience. I'm so happy that I was part of this journey.
Even the exposure alone that we got from this program, like, you should see how many articles they have been able to publish for us.
So the finance that's also being given, from ABH would, go a long way.
Looking at the area of growth, from my ABH experience is that now I'm more focused on the depth of my impact and not just the number.
I really want to show the African kid out there that you can do way, way, way better. We can think big and do bigger things and build bigger brands that can grow from Africa and go to the world.
It's an opportunity for African entrepreneurs to shine, to grow, and to impact.
What incredible insights from our amazing heroes. And what a pleasure it's been traveling this journey with them and celebrating African excellence. This season might be over, but believe me, we're only just beginning. So until I see you again, stay well, stay safe, and thank you for watching Africa's Business Heroes. Over the years, we've watched our heroes change lives, shape futures, and leave a lasting impact. If you have what it takes to join this acclaimed group of change makers, then visit our social media accounts and website for details on how to enter Africa's Business Heroes.